May the whole world live healthily and prosperously. So, in the previous session, we saw how immunity is important and how there are different things that can contribute to immunity, right? We just briefly touched upon a few quick things that can help improve our immunity, like taking Chyawanprash or taking Amla after meal, right? The regular exercise and all that stuff. So, regular stuff everybody knows. But today we are going to discuss in detail about the five elements, right? So there are five basic elements in the nature. So we call it as earth, water, fire, air, and ether. Is also called as sky, right? So earth is something that we can see, touch, feel, hold, right? Finer than earth is water, which is always tends to flow and always try to be in a liquid state. Finer than water is fire, and finer than fire is air. We can't see air, but we know it is there. We can feel the air, right? And finer than air is the ether or sky, which we can't see, and but we know it is there, right? So similarly, one is finer than the other. So earth, right? So when one of these five elements is imbalanced, we can call it as an unhealthy condition. Right? In Ayurvedica, it is called as kapha, pitta, vayu, or the three elements which imbalance can cause an unhealthy situation. In the five elements, we can say the earth, water, fire, air, ether. If there is imbalance in one of these things, that can also be a cause of unhealthy situation, right? Because we are made up of these five elements, and anything that we see around us is also of these five elements. So these are the five basic elements, the combination of which we can say that everything else is made with the combination of these five elements. So when it comes to earth, right? So our food is from earth, right? You may say somebody is a meat eater. Well, even though if somebody is a meat eater, the food for that particular goat, cow, or hen is actually come from earth, right? So indirectly, our food is coming from earth, most of it, with an exception of uh, water-based or seafood, right? So, with the exception of that, most of our food comes from earth, either directly or indirectly. So when I say directly, directly means in the form of fruits, vegetables, nuts, grains, right? This is directly from earth, and we are the consumer. Indirectly means when these earths produce are eaten by some other animal, and we eat that animal. So indirectly, the food is coming from earth in that case. So in all our this thing, food is coming from earth. So there is no second thought about that. Right? And our existence is also earth. So our body, large portion of that is also, we can say, is earth, right? Mud, earth. But unfortunately, we have kind of lost that touch. So let's take the example of our physical. So earlier days, people were farmers. They used to touch the soil, play with the soil, play in the mud. Their houses were made of mud. The water pots they used to have was made of mud. So they used to be in touch with earth, mud, whatever you want to call it, for a quite number of times in a day. But currently, our lifestyle has become such that we are not having earthen contact at all. So we are our houses are made with plaster, right? The floors is made with tile. So the pure mud or the basic mud, we are not getting in touch with that. So this is kind of creating an imbalance, I can say, in if I may. Right. So every day we should have some kind of contact with the sand or mud. So if you have a park near a house, for some minutes, just walk barefoot so that you have a contact with the sand. Or you set up a small garden and touch the soil every day. Do gardening, right? Or you can cook your food in the earthen pots. Even if that is not possible, store water in earthen pots and drink that. Or in the summer times, you can store heat water in earthen pots and drink, because in summer you can keep the water in the earthen pot, that will make the water very cooling. But in winter and cold times, keeping water in the earthen pots will make it further cold, and it's not good. So you can warm the water in the earthen pots. So this way, there's always a touch with respect to earth and us. Directly we will be able to touch the earth. So this will solve a lot of psychological and physical problems in the body. Second, when we come back to food, so the more we take direct food from earth, is the better it is. For the simple reason, our body is alkaline. So in the school we studied acids and bases, or alkalines, right? So in a pH value, when it is more than 7, it's called as alkaline, and when it is dropped below 4, we call it as acidic. Right? Our body, if we check the pH value of a human body, it is always alkaline. Right? It's 7 plus. So when we give 7 plus food to it, it is in a good condition. On the other hand, when we give food which is below 4, it is a very uncomfortable situation for the body. So, what are these things which are below 7? So, any cooked food immediately becomes acid. Uncooked food is always alkaline in nature, right? Uncooked food is always alkaline in nature. Our body is also alkaline in nature. So, raw food, whatever you can eat raw, that is fruits, vegetables, salad, tender coconut water is a very good source of alkaline. Water is also a good source of alkaline. Um, of course, the water we get today through RO, it loses its little bit of alkaline. We will see that in the when we talk about water more. But in terms of alkaline foods, so fruits, vegetables, coconut water, and this water called as niraharam. So basically, the leftover rice at night, pour water in it, and next day morning you drink the water. Right. So throughout the night, when the water is in contact with the food or the rice, it should be plain rice. It shouldn't be any masala rice or anything. Just plain white rice. It could be millet rice also. Put water in it overnight. Next day morning you drink. It becomes a probiotic, and is also very alkaline in nature. So the more alkaline we give to the body is in the better shape. The moment we cook any food, it becomes acidic in nature. So over a period of time, over a period of many years, we keep on taking acid based food. Uh, that's what we call as acidity, right? We keep on taking acid based food throughout 3 times a day, 365 days a year, and years together. We start feeling the acidity. We start feeling throat burning sensation. We feel heartburn, right? We also, some person may also have ulcer. It's all because continuously we are bombarding the body with acids, right? So the best way to come out of it is start having raw food, whatever you can have raw. Some person may like in fruit, some people may like apple, some person may like banana, some people may like pomegranate, some people may like carrots to eat raw. So whatever you like, you can eat that. But eating raw food is very, very important, right? Because continuously we're giving acid food, that is cooked food. So to keep the balance back, it's important to have raw food, right? I can simply say eat all times raw food, 365 days a year, right? 3 times in a day. But that is ideal, but it's not practical. What will happen is the moment we start eating raw, it will be 1 or 2 days, we will be in a good hype, good josh, and we will eat the raw food. But over a period of time, say 2 3 days, 3 days, after 1 week, we'll have a lot of carving for cooked food, right? And that's it. The raw food concept will. So all 3 meals in a day, raw food is very good, very ideal, but it's not practical. So what we can do is one meal in a day. If you can go raw food, and other meals you go for a cooked food, is fine, right? So this way you'll have cooked food, this and also raw food, and the balance will be there. Even if that is also not possible, in the meal at least have something which is raw. Let's say cucumber, a piece of cucumber, a salad, um, some amount of spinach, something that should be raw in all meal. If you are not able to do one full meal as a raw meal, raw fruits or vegetables or nuts, nuts is a very good source of proteins and is also raw. So basically, it should not be cooked. Right? Anything that you can eat raw, which is from the nature directly. Right? So this way, there's a connect with the earth in terms of food, and our alkaline levels are maintained. Yeah? And if that is also not possible, then you can also go for this coconut water, which is very good alkaline. And again, directly from the nature, there is no processing or nothing that is there, right? From the nature, from the earth, you're directly taking. So that is also there. The third option, you can take the Niraharam, but that you should not consider as the main thing. The main thing should be raw. The more and more raw food that goes into the body, the more and more healthy the person will become. So here is one particular exercise that I want you to try it yourself, right? And you will understand what I'm saying. So for one full day, okay. So let's say day one. So day one, just eat raw food, right? Any all salads, fruits, vegetables, raw anything that you can eat. Carrot. Some people like to eat radish. Some people eat tulips. Hmm? Any fruits, vegetables, nuts that you coconut water that you can eat raw, eat that. Fruit juices is also fine, right? For one day, day one. Day two, eat your normal cooked food. Roti, sabji, chapati, rice, dal, whatever you eat normally, you eat that normally. And if you are a meat eater, day three, you continue, you eat only meat, right? Without rice or any other chapati, or just try to eat more of meat, day three. So this is an experiment. After these 3 days, you analyze yourself which particular day you were more energetic, which particular day you were more peaceful and calm in the mind, physically energetic, creative, right? You analyze yourself. When you analyze these things, you will find out that the day one when you ate raw food, that is the day when you were more energetic, there was no lethargy, you were calm in the mind, you was peaceful, and you were very creative. Right? So this is what the attitude that we want in life, right? So you can clearly understand that by eating raw food, our body is more at ease, at at its very best. So to conclude the whole thing, try to be in touch with earth as much as possible through gardening or have earthen pot water or heat in the earthen pot and have that water. Somehow or other touch the earth every day. Walk barefoot in the park, right? And second, in terms of food, try to eat more raw food. If you are eating one full meal of raw food in a day, this is very good. If that is not possible, in each meal try to have some raw food. So this way, our alkaline levels are maintained. This way, our earth energy is maintained. We are in touch with earth. So that will be holistically fixing that one element of earth. In the next session, we'll see about water and then fire, air, and ether in the upcoming sessions. Okay. Hope today's session was useful. If you have any questions, drop them in the comment. I'll try to answer to the best of my knowledge. Thank you.